Stop at the drive-thru, daiquiri. Swamp water will kill me. One sip and I'll kiss you on the mouth. In the sweet, sweet south.
Last time, on sailing Kittiwake, we left the beautiful Ria of Ortigueira with its free marina and headed around the northwest tip of Spain, stopping off at some stunning anchorages and apparently the best beach in the world, before heading to Bayona for my birthday. In this episode, we'll start our journey down Portugal and have our best sail of the year before getting stuck in fog.
After enjoying the Rias Bajas, we're ready to head to Portugal. We're a little bit nervous about Portugal because we don't know the language, and the swell and winds can sometimes make ports close down because entry is too dangerous. And we never had to deal with that before, and there's not many of them. So basically, if a port is closed, we'll just have to keep going and hope that we get to the next place by sunrise. So yeah, we're a little bit nervous about it. We've got a list of places where we could stop. There's very light winds, that's why we have no idea where we're going to be able to stop, but we're quite keen to make progress, especially because I've got quite a big work project coming up and I'm going to have to be available 24/7 for about 6 days.
One sip and I'll kiss you on the mouth. In the sweet, sweet south. At Marie's you get the best Bloody Mary. I had one too many. One sip and I'll kiss you on the mouth.
We just crossed the border from Spain into Portugal. It was a bit of a slow morning, there was hardly any breeze, so we had to motor for a couple of hours. And then we put the cruising chute up and we were doing a couple of knots, but the wind's picked up a bit now and we're doing about 4 knots. And yeah, enjoying the afternoon, heading south towards the sun.
Stop at the drive-thru, daiquiri.
So we went through a tunnel with seaweed and most of it got stuck on our fishing lure. So Ryan's using the boat hook to try and get it off because it's too heavy to lift.
Sweet south.
So it's 20 to 8 in the evening. Eleanor's just gone down below to go to sleep. I'll be on watch now until 11 o'clock and then I'll go to bed. We're just passing this big boy on the horizon here. It doesn't really look that big on the screen, but it is actually huge and not that far away. So once we're past that, I'll probably make a cup of tea and then settle in to watch the sunset.
There's so many boats out there, so many lights. It's so difficult to figure out where they go in, whether we're on a collision course. I use the hand-bearing compass and my sight and the binoculars, but it's just so hard. It's on nights like these that I just wish we had an AIS so bad. So you're on the alert all the time, just trying to figure out whether you're going to hit something or not. I just saw the coolest thing ever. There were 3 dolphins swimming in bioluminescence just on the port side of Kittiwake. It was really cool. It was like shooting stars in the water, but I could kind of see their faces. It was great.
The sail from Bayona south had been the best sailing day of the year, but in the early hours of the morning, before sunrise, we were surrounded by a thick fog. With the image of that freighter steaming past playing in our minds, we nervously motored Kittiwake into the mist. We couldn't see more than 20 metres, but we could hear fishing boats' engines as they motored past, not bothering to sound fog signals. We didn't know whether they'd be bothering to keep a watch, and we were on edge for the whole night and morning. As day broke, we headed into Aveiro for a rest. We didn't film much in the fog, as our camera batteries were flat and there wasn't much to see.
I'm looking for blood, and they're giving me bone, and I wanted a map, and I got directions back home. I went looking for knives, and they're giving me blooms. I went looking for knives.
So we've just taken the ferry across to go to Aveiro, and we're going to catch a bus from here into town. It looks like it's quite a nice little town, apparently similar to a small sort of Venice, but there's nowhere to anchor Kittiwake, so that's why we're on the ferry today.
The mess I'd make, I went looking for knives, and they're giving me blooms.
We were really surprised by how lovely Aveiro was. The canal, which runs through the middle of town, has decorated boats taking tourists on sightseeing trips, and the Art Nouveau buildings added a lot of character to the place. The next day, we got up early to catch the train up to Porto, a place which was on our must-see list for the trip. It didn't disappoint, with the steep hills providing great views on this beautiful city. The walk across the Dom Louis Bridge was spectacular, and the cute little streets of the medieval riverside area were great for wandering around. So this anchorage has been really good, because as you can see it's really calm, even though there's quite a bit of wind. You can see the flag is going. It must be at least 15 knots of wind, and it's been really windy, above 25 knots for the past few days, but it's been always still, and it's not been rolly at all, and you can see even the monohulls are completely fine. So yeah, it's been really nice to be able to just leave the boat here, even in the high winds, without a worry in the world, and go and explore the cities and towns around here. So we highly recommend Sao Jacinto. So it looks like today we're getting some training for the Med. You can't really see in the video how close they are to us, but basically we can't pick up our anchor and we need to go.
I was working for dollars, but they're giving me dimes, and I wanted to rush.
So the winds are really light. We had to motor sail for a couple of hours this morning, but we're just on the limits now of being able to sail. We're going at about 2 knots. Hopefully the winds will pick up later. They were supposed to have picked up already, but the forecast doesn't seem to have been as accurate as you'd hope. So it's been a pretty slow day. Hopefully we'll make it tomorrow before it gets dark.
The forecast completely let us down, and we're left with not much petrol at all and no wind, so we're going to have to break our golden rule, no marina fees, which is a little bit annoying because if we had a big diesel tank we would have just been able to pull through and get to our destination, but we have about 40 litres of petrol on board at all times, and right now I believe we have 15. And so yeah, we're gonna have to try and go into a marina at Figueira da Foz, and it's really scary as well because we're not very good at manoeuvring because we have only one engine on this catamaran rather than twin engines, and it's a really small outboard, so it's not easy to turn it round, but I'll do my best.
I won't look of awaken, and they're giving me dreams, and I wanted the night, but they're making me sleep. I won't look for night, and they're giving me bloom.
We always try and avoid marina fees just because they're expensive and we don't really need to go to a marina. But we found that coming to a marina, we realised how independent we are from shore, and that's a great feeling for us. So the main advantages of being in a marina for us are the easy access to water. So the water is directly on the pontoon and we can fill up as much as we like, wash Kittiwake and Marika, which has been great. We also get access to hot showers, which is obviously really nice. But everything else was pretty much as comfortable as being at anchor. So sleeping was restful, but by now we're so experienced, I guess, in anchoring because we've done it for 5 months in a row, every single night more or less, that we rest on anchor and in the marina pretty much the same, unless it's very rolly or there's really a ton of boats close by. The shopping, we still had to walk for 15 minutes, same for the petrol, it was too expensive at the dock, so we had to walk a good 15 minutes to go get it with our tanks. As well, for us, there's no need to attach to shore power. We actually don't even have the ability to attach to shore power, but our solar panels have never let us down, even in cloudy weather, and even on a passage with the autopilot on 24/7. So we never had a problem with that. And I guess access to shore, it's easier because you don't have to get the dinghy into the water. But I think going by dinghy is quite fun anyway.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, then don't forget to do so. If you'd like to support our journey, you can do so through Patreon or by recommending us for some freelance web design or copywriting work through our website seawolfdigital.co.uk.